Wondering when is the best time to sell to your new subscribers? That's exactly what we are going to talk about inside this video. And hey, if we haven't met, I'm Lise. I am the founder of Hustle Groove. I've been in business for 14 plus years and have sent over 1 million emails. So when it comes to figuring out when to sell in your emails, I'm your gal. And spoiler alert, I think you're going to agree with me when I say this. You get to sell to your new subscribers immediately. There is no reason that you need to wait. But let's unpack that because I know that so many of my members struggle with this concept. And I think it's because for a really long time, we have felt like we can't sell. We have to provide so much value. We have to give away so much free stuff that we can't then turn around and sell. But here's the thing that I want you to think about, or here's the reframe of why that is not going to work for you, particularly in 2025. So the reframe is this. When it comes to your new subscribers, think about the reason why they joined your email list. I'm pretty sure they joined because they needed help with something. Now, this comes back to making sure that you've got a really good strategic freebie that is attracting your ready to buy customers. And if you don't know how to create a strategic freebie, the link popping up on your screen right now is a video where you can go and check that out. But the reason why we want to turn around and sell to our people as soon as they join our world is so that we can basically speak to those 2% of our audience who are actually ready to buy. In most cases, a big portion of your audience isn't in the ready to buy phase. However, they are going to get to that point a lot faster if they know that you're the person that can help them. Now, they can't know that if they don't know what you're selling. So when it comes to your brand new subscribers, you want to think about how can I nurture and sell to them in a way that provides value and clear action steps, as well as an opportunity to sell. Because what we're not doing is sending an email as soon as they join and saying, buy my stuff, right? We're not doing that. What we are doing is showing that we can help them and how we can help them and how they can implement whatever it is that we're sharing with them right now. So, what does it actually look like to sell to your new subscribers? Well, I'm going to walk you through what I love to call my nurture and sell framework. And it's really, really simple and easy for you to implement if you are already doing some of these things, which I'm pretty sure you are. Ready? Let's go. So the first thing that you want to do is think about your welcome sequence. What does that look like? Now, you don't need to have 50 million emails in that, right? Like you can get away with one email, you can have two, you can have three, you can have four. I wouldn't have more than five though. And typically that is going to go out one day after another. No need to spread that out over, weeks and weeks. The welcome sequence definitely wants to hit your brand new subscriber immediately. So they should get the free thing that they signed up for, of course. And then next, we want a welcome sequence. Now, here's the thing. In your welcome sequence, you're going to subtly present the opportunity for people to buy from you immediately. Because in that very first email that they're going to get after they've received your free thing, you're going to tell them, this is what I do, here's how I help, and here are the offers that I have. And you don't need to link to those. If you want to keep things really simple, I would just create a page that is like a frequently asked questions page, and I will link to that in the description below so you can see what I mean, which basically walks someone through how to make a decision around the offers that you have and where it might work for them. Because here's what you don't want to do in your welcome email, that very first one. You don't want to include a whole bunch of links. One link maximum is what we're shooting for in that very first email, because we want to make sure that our email is getting into people's inboxes. So you're going to make sure that you figure out what's the one link that I can send them to, or you can just simply mention your actual offers. You don't have to link to them. You can just say, these are the offers that I have, and this is how I help people, whatever that looks like. Keep it personal and keep it relevant to them, right? You're speaking to them because they've joined your email list. So make sure it's relevant. And you can literally get away with that one email. Don't really need to do any more than that. If you wanted to, you can have a second email that may be linked to your highest performing content. So whether that you've got a blog, a YouTube channel, or a podcast, you could absolutely link them to that, particularly if you've set up discoverable content and you're optimizing that content to point to your offers, right? That's a really nice cadence. So make sure that your welcome sequence is already presenting the opportunity for people to buy from you as soon as they join your world. And then once someone has gone through your welcome sequence, you have got a couple of different ways that you can immediately start selling to them using the Nurture and Sell framework. So the Nurture and Sell framework really just follows a very simple email flow that goes something like this: story, lesson, action step, call to action. So those are the 4 components of a Nurture and Sell email, right? The Nurture and Sell framework. So what you want to do when you're sitting down to write your emails, particularly to your brand new subscribers, is always consider it, right? Every single email that I send out is a Nurture and Sell opportunity, right? It's a Nurture and Sell email. I always want to be presenting the opportunity for people to buy from me every single time I send an email. Now, I happen to send daily emails. You might not do that, but that's even more reason to make sure that every single email that you're sending is actually following that Nurture and Sell framework. So, story. You want to tell a story that is relatable. And this is where the Story Bank practice, which I will link to below, is so helpful. It is a practice that allows you to create stories and on an ongoing basis, to create and capture stories that will resonate with your audience. But you can also do things like, if you've got a favorite TV show, or if you're someone that loves to watch movies and you've captured stories and quotes from any of those, you can use those as your story. So you just want to always, where possible, start off with a story. Now, story doesn't need to be super long, 1 or 2 sentences is it. Then you want to go into the lesson, right? So the story is setting the stage, and then you want to bring it back to, okay, what's the lesson here? What is it that you're trying to help your person truly understand? Now, typically, this is going to be either you inspiring, empowering them, teaching something like a teachable moment, something along those lines. That's what you're going to do in the lesson portion. And then in the action step, and I do encourage you to have like at least one action step, you're actually going to say, okay, now is the time to implement. And that is going to be whatever that is. It's one thing that they can literally do today to change their entire process based on what you've just gone through with them. Now, you have the option to do a straight call to action right there in the body of the email, but it does work better in your PS. And the PS is literally just going to say, hey, I just want you to know that if you want to get my support with this, or if you want personalized support, or if you want whatever it is that you do, here is something that is going to help you right now. And you can get this immediately, join now, all of those things, right? Those are the types of things that you would put in your PS, which would be your subtle call to action, right? But linking to your actual offer. Now, if you do this on a regular basis, you are going to see sales start to trickle in. And if you keep up with this, then you're going to start to see that you've got consistent sales coming in from those brand new people. Plus, it also speaks to the people who have been on your email list for a specific period of time. They're starting to see the same things over and over again. And when they are ready, because we never control when someone buys, they will literally raise their hand and go, okay, now is the time. But they can't do that if you yourself aren't actually presenting offers to them on a regular basis. So go ahead, install and try the Nurture and Sell framework for yourself. And if you do want to dive into that and have the clear framework of what that looks like, You'll find that in the description as well on how you can go and get your hands on that training. Right now, though, what your next step is going to be is to kind of map this out for yourself. Review your welcome sequence, make sure that you're actually telling people what it is that you do. And then the next video that is coming up on your screen is going to talk to you about the very first email that you want to send before you go into an actual intentional promotion. So you'll see that video coming up shortly. Otherwise, I'll see you there.